Hey everybody out there in the YouTube community and the internet world, and welcome to another Avengers Log. And as you can hear by my voice, maybe you can't now because I'm a lot better, but I can still hear it a little bit in my voice. I've just come off of about 2.5 weeks worth of being really sick. I actually am on a 2-day break from work, 2 days off I took because I was horrible. It was, I don't know what it was, between a cold or a sore throat. I mentioned this on the comic review, and I got a lot of messages from you guys, so I figured I'd address this and a few other things that I've been noticing on my channel for the past couple of days. First off, though, you know Mike, he's behind the camera.
Hello.
Cody, who's on the computer.
How y'all doing?
And first off, college has started up again, and our schedules are going to be crazy. I, once again, have offered Michael the opportunity to go from doing his reviews with me during the weekly reviews to getting a solo once a month at the end of the month episode. He's considering it. I don't know if you're going to take it for sure yet.
I already told you yes.
Oh, you're going to take it?
I already told you.
All right. Because Michael has a little bit of extra work that he's doing. He's taking a couple extra classes than me, not to mention also the very intricate classes. He gets all the, he's a little bit ahead of me on a few classes, so he's got a little bit more work. And I can handle the comic books because I usually read them during my job and stuff, whereas Michael has lots of work. So I figured this will help him, you know, so this way you don't lose out on your reading. And besides, Michael should try, we should try a show, and we're going to give him 4 months, which is the entire amount of time we're going to be in college for the fall, no, spring semester. And if it goes well, we'll keep it. If you guys would rather see him back on the weekly review, that's where his series will end, and he'll come back to the Dark Avenger comic review. So Mike's going back to cameraman during the comic reviews then, the Dark Avenger reviews. If you read the comics, though, if he reads his comics, he'll be welcome to do it the week of. It just really depends on the work schedule-ish. We'll see how it goes, because I've offered him it before, and he ended up staying on my reviews. But I think it gives him time to read more comics also, in a way. Like Amazing Spider-Man and all the other stuff you like. And this way you could give your take on it, I'll have my take on it on the Dark Avenger review. Yep. Just saying. Also, I've noticed a lot of stuff going on the videos lately. And it's not just me, a few other people have noticed it too and have been messaging me, asking me questions about it. A lot of people have opinions about my opinions. Let's leave it at that. And on the, I believe it was the last Avengers Log, somebody had written a comment about me complaining too much about DC and what's the word I'm looking for? I was forgot the word. Basically, I was saying one thing, but I was going back and saying the other thing.
Contradicting?
I was contradicting you very much. See, I'm sick. I can't think of these things. Contradicting myself on DC Comics. And another comment, who the guy actually erased it before I could answer, which was on the last comic review, was, and I quote, it's blatantly obvious that you don't like DC Comics because you favor Marvel so much and you trash talk DC. So I'm going to set the record straight here. First of all, guys, for those of you that are new to comic books, people like myself, Cody, Mike, Dawkin Howlett, Phil the Captain Cummings, Captain Strangelove, Ghost Critic, Scott, Kirsten Bromstar, people from the CCC channel, let's put it that way. We've been reading comics before it was cool to read comics. I've been reading comics for 12 years. So please don't come on and act like you know more than me just because you read a comic 2 days ago and you memorized certain histories from it and you're going to try to use that against somebody who's been reading for 12 years. I never said I was perfect. First of all, I'm not perfect. I don't know certain characters. I was corrected on this past week's comic review on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on Dr. Stockholm, who turns out to be the Fly later on. Mind you, I haven't watched the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles since I was a kid. When I was a kid, the one thing I didn't care about was the characters or the villains' real names. I only knew them by their code names. Had I known that Stockholm was the Fly, I would have said the future guy who becomes the Fly and created the Mousers. Now, I knew he created the Mousers, but I didn't know I forgot he became the Fly. You know, things slip your mind, especially when you're sick. I didn't have the chance to do the research that I normally do on certain characters. And as you can see, my voice, I still struggle to talk. As of 2 weeks ago, I've been struggling to talk, but beside the point. So, I'm glad you guys have opinions, but understand my reviews are my own opinions. So if I say a book sucks, or if I say a book is a skip for me, that doesn't mean I'm telling you don't buy the book, you're not going to like it, it's a crappy book. I'm not God. I'm not the almighty comic reviewer. These are my opinions. If you want to go out and buy, like for example, Sharp, I forgot the numbers, said he loves All-Star Western and Frankenstein Agent of Shade. Mike just dropped All-Star Western, and no offense, I could care less, and I don't like, and I kind of laughed at the creation of Frankenstein Agent of Shade. However, people like the series. That's great. That's your opinion. My opinion is I think the book is terrible. Is not terrible, but it's not a book I'm interested in reading. Thus, I really don't care about it, so I can't read and or review it. Because I'll give it a bad review because I don't care about it. Now, when I say I recommend a book, or I highly recommend you guys check this book out, that's when it's me telling you, if you have the extra money and you go into your comic book store and you see this book, maybe you should give it a chance. That's me suggesting something to you guys. When I say something's terrible, that's just because I didn't like it. Doesn't mean you have to drop it. Doesn't mean you have to hate it if you liked it. If you liked it, great. People love Superman right now. I absolutely hate it. I dropped everything that is Superman. Why? Because I'm partial, yes, I'm partial, to the old Superman. That's my opinion. That doesn't have to be your opinion. And I have a few people who said, sorry, Chris, on their reviews, sorry, Chris, but this was good. Great. I'm glad you liked it. I don't hold it against anybody that they like it or they don't like it. If they don't like it, then we agree. If they do like it, I don't hold it against them. It's their opinion. It's your opinion. So people who are commenting my reviews about my opinion stuff, it's my opinion. You don't like it, it's fine with me. Also the thumbs down thing, if you guys are trying anything, or because I know a lot of people pop on videos just to do this and then they go off, that doesn't bother me. You want to say something, put it in the comments. Thumbs down doesn't count. I really don't give a crap if you thumbs down every single one of my videos. What matters to me are the comments. So if you're man enough to put a thumbs down, or woman enough to put a thumbs down, leave a comment too, or else your thumbs down really doesn't matter to me, quite honestly. But getting on to that other comment now from my Avengers Log last time, where it was that comment about me being complaining and whatnot, and about DC and contradicting myself. Let's get into that. Number one, I'm a human being. I live in the United States. I've been reading comic book for 12 years now. Approximately one series alone, but I've branched out to many comic books throughout my 12-year run on reading comic books. I have my opinions, and I have the right to voice them. Whether they're bitching or whether they're praise, that's my business. I'm a comic reviewer. I'm a comic book entrepreneur, so to speak. I have my opinions. You don't have to sit there and listen to me complain. Turn the video off and move on to another one of my videos, or move off of my channel completely if you don't agree with my complaining. I'm still going to give my opinion whether you like it or not. And I am going to complain. Why? Because it's my passion. I love comic books. I'm not a genius. I don't know everything there is to know about comic books, superheroes, and their histories. I'm not saying I am. I'm far from it. Shoot, I'm sure Pete from Pete's Basement, I know Pete from Pete's Basement knows 20 times more than I do on comic books. So I'm not perfect, and I'm not saying I know everything about comic books, but I'm smart enough to have an opinion. Now, about contradicting myself with DC Comics. Personally, the relaunch was retarded, stupid. There are so many plot holes and inconsistencies with certain characters now, it's not even funny. They ruined Superman, in my opinion. They've completely changed the DCU that I don't even recognize it anymore. And, yeah, so it's bad. Now, the part where you probably thought I contradicted myself is this. I said the relaunch was good. Why? Because it brought people into and interested them in comic books, which is a plus. Doesn't change my opinion about the relaunch. It changes my opinion to the fact that it did do some good. Not towards me and not towards their characters, but in the fact that people are now buying comic books, not just from DC, but Marvel and IDW and everywhere else. So yes, and it's not contradicting. I do like certain series from DC. I cannot lie. If you've seen my reviews, you know I love Aquaman. I love certain Batman books. I love Swamp Thing, which didn't need a reboot. It already was going to get a #1 anyway. Same thing with Animal Man. And I do like a few other books here and there. The differences in the books that I like the most are minute to practically none. It's the books that had the major changes that I ended up dropping, mind you guys. Just for the record. So, my opinions on DC Comics are they didn't need to do this relaunch. We're already a half a year into the relaunch. I'm not going to complain about it anymore as far as they shouldn't have done it, but I sure as hell will complain about what's going on now in the DCU. Like the 6 titles being canceled for 6 new titles. Yes, marketing-wise, it is the smart idea to get rid of 6 so this way you're not paying more money to make more comics. But there are people that like certain comics. For example, I don't understand how Frankenstein stayed. I really don't see too many people buying that. I don't see how Firestorm stayed because I don't see anybody talking about that really. And I don't see how Batwing stayed because hardly anyone's talking about that book. Yet they're all staying. And Hawk and Dove, Men of War deserve to be canceled in my opinion. And same thing with Blackhawks. Nobody even gave a crap about those 2 series. So, I don't understand it. But I don't care. Once again, the 6 titles go. Most of them I didn't collect. The only one that it impacts is Michael, and that's with Hawk and Dove. Which was an okay series. I don't understand how that got canceled before Firestorm and before some of the other books. But whatever. That's DC. Now, am I partial to Marvel? No. Marvel doesn't give a crap about their fans. Marvel's only thinking about the money, which is why they're doubling up on their books, releasing new trade paperbacks that are specifically trade paperbacks, aka Year 1, I believe they're called, or Season 1? No, Season 1 they're called. They're releasing tons of miniseries connected to main series, for example, Avengers, Secret Avengers, New Avengers, and now they're doing Avengers Assemble. Why? Because of the movie. Daredevil's crossing over with Spider-Man, so you gotta buy Spider-Man. There's Spider-Man, Avenging Spider-Man, and Scarlet Spider now. Scarlet Spider and Amazing Spider are doing really good. Avenging Spider-Man, Fear Itself, which was as a series. It was good. It wasn't universe changing. Now has a sequel known as Fearless, The Fearless. There's going to be Avengers vs. X-Men, but of course there's going to be a 4-part series before it, which is X-Sanction. So Marvel looks to make money wherever you turn. You're going to have to spend more money on their books. I always praise the independents. Now, if you want a company that I never complain about, IDW. Love Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Love Lock and Key. Infestation's okay. Infestation 1 was pretty good. Infestation 2 is okay. I'm a little upset that they had that outbreak and I didn't know it was going to be a prequel to number 2, but I always praise the independents. I am not partial to Marvel or DC. It just so happens that I like a lot of Marvel Comics books and stories over the new DCU. Why? Because I liked the old DCU. I'm very partial to the old DCU. So I don't like the new DCU. Yes, I don't like the new DCU. But Marvel hasn't rebooted, so why should Marvel suffer for the new DCU? So I continue buying new stuff from Marvel that looks good. Some of it I drop, some of it I don't. However, I like a lot more Marvel than DC now. What can I say? Am I partial? Absolutely not. When Marvel does shit, I call them out on their shit. Just like when DC does their shit, I call them out on their shit. I am an impartial person. I don't care what company you are. If you're going to do stupid shit in your books or about your books or when it comes to money, I will call that on my reviews. Am I wrong, Cody? Mike?
No.
Have I ever partialized with any company?
You just say what you gotta say.
Exactly. DC's got the reboot problem, Marvel's got the money-hungry problem. Cody did a video about Marvel on the Comic Community Central as his intro. He depicted it perfectly. Where Marvel has one minor event, they're going to do some other minis that attach to it, so you got to pay more money if you want a full story. So you got a money-hungry company, you got a rebooting company, and then you have the independents that really do really good work on most of their books. Like I said, Lock and Key and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I recommend the highest when it comes to comic books. So I'm not partial to DC. I'm not partial to Marvel. I have the right to complain. I've been reading comic book for 12 years. You, however, have the right not to watch. So if my complaining or bitching bothers you, hit the stop button or hit the YouTube home button and don't watch the video. I will be doing that. I will be complaining until the day I die. If I have to. Or I'll be praising. So you can hate on that all you want. That's not going to stop me from doing what I love doing, which is making videos for YouTube and talking about the one thing I love reading and getting every week, comic books. So if you're going to keep hating, and I'll just keep doing this. And you guys can either continue to love hating my stuff, or you can stop watching, or you can keep watching. I appreciate all the positive feedback. I appreciate all the comments, positive or negative. Comments like the one I got for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles where it was explained to me who Stockholm was. I'm very appreciative of that because sometimes I miss something or I say something that's wrong, and I like getting corrected because then I'll know for next time. So I like comments. I appreciate all the comments I get except the retarded ones. But the retarded ones don't make it to being published. So, yes. But once again, the whole point of this Avengers log is, these are my opinions. Take it or leave it. I'm a reviewer. I'm a reviewer. I'm a lover of comic books. I'm a lover of superheroes. And this is my enjoyment and this is my hobby. I loved collecting and reading comics way before it was cool to read and collect comic books. And I'll love it all the way until my dying days. Whether it remains cool, which it's pretty cool right now to read comic books apparently, or it goes back to being a nerd and geek thing. That's just the way it is, then that's the way it is. But I'll be collecting comic books for many, many more years to come, if not until the day I die. Will I be reviewing them as long as YouTube's around? Hell yeah. So, take my opinions or leave them. They are my opinions. They do not reflect on what you should or shouldn't buy. I just let you guys know what I think you should check out. The things I hate, that's just because I hate it. Doesn't mean you have to hate it. I know a lot of people that liked Daredevil when I was like, about it. So, read and enjoy your comic books. Enjoy all of our reviews, whether it be on Comic Community Central, on my channel, on Cody's channel, on Dawkins Howlett's channel, on Kirsten Bromstar's channel, on Crom the One's channel, on Kirsten Bromstar's channel. I think I said his name twice, did I?
Yes, you did.
I did. Hi, Scott. I said your name twice. On the Captain Cummings channel, anybody who I watch, or you guys, I'm sure if you guys watch me, you guys know all about the other comic reviewers that are on my best friends and reviewers list, and people I work with on the Avenger cast, and people I work with now on CCC. But yeah, we've loved comics way before it was cool to love comics, and we have the right to our opinions, and I have, as well as anybody else who's been collecting comic books for years, have a right to bitch and complain about stupid shit and praise and love things that we like. And that's really all I have to say on this. This is the last time I'll be actually addressing this. I just want all of you new people, because I've noticed I've gotten a whole bunch, and I appreciate all you guys for subscribing to my channel. By the way, over 1,000 subscribers now. Thank you. I appreciate all you guys that subscribe to me, but understand everything I say, these are my opinions. They don't reflect on my brother, Cody, or anybody else who's guest starred on my channel's opinions. And they're not opinions you need to have. They're just how I feel. If you feel differently, great. It's good to know that there's diversity in what we like and don't like. Because if we all like the same thing, half the comics that nobody likes would be canceled and we wouldn't have a problem.
It would be kind of boring too.
And it would be boring. Thank you, Michael. So it's good to have people that like something I don't like and people that don't like something that I like. So, just saying, these are my opinions, people. Relax. Chill. And if you don't like bitching, go off this video and go on to another video where I do a comic review or the Spider-Man Superboy show, for crying out loud. Watch something else where you know I won't be complaining or bitching if you don't like bitching. I don't think I bitch, though. I think I just state the facts. Wouldn't you say? Cody?
Absolutely.
It is what it is. You just say
I speak my mind. That's the problem. And people who speak their mind usually get ridiculed and criticized.
And not everyone has to agree or disagree. You agree with some, you agree.
Right.
And if you disagree,
just
you
don't
disagree.
complain about the complaining. Complain about whether you think I'm right or wrong, if anything. And I'm not contradicting myself. I hate the new DCU. However, there are some good books. What can I say? I hate the relaunch, but I like some of the books. Is that a contradiction? Maybe. If it is, oh well. Those are my opinions once again. I've dropped a whole lot more of DC than when we started the new DCU, we were getting like 40-something books. Now I'm getting like half of that, maybe even less. So, I don't know. And when it comes to the new 6, the only one I want to see is Batman Inc. because everybody says it was awesome. So I'm going to check out the first issue because I think I'll be killed if I don't. And I'm going to check out World's Finest because the Huntress finally getting an ongoing. But I dropped a whole bunch of books before getting those 2 other books. And that's it. Those are my opinions. These are my opinions. These are my reviews. This is my channel. I appreciate all of your comments. And by all means, keep the comments coming. Love to see them. Unfortunately, sometimes I don't have the time to answer them. But I do read all my comments regardless. So hopefully I'll be able to get back to you guys once everything calms down, you know, with school and work and being sick. Now that I'm sick, I can reply to the comments more. But, yeah. So, enjoy the videos. Thank you. I appreciate and love all your support, all of you guys who just subscribed to me, all you guys that enjoy my videos and aren't here just to complain about my complaining, and those of you who, and those are my brothers and sisters out there in the comic community. I love all you guys. You guys were there since the beginning, and never forget that we all have the right to our opinions in the comic book worlds. And yeah, that's it. I hope you guys have a wonderful night or day whenever you're watching this video. I should have a couple of videos up this week. I'm just not feeling good. I was hoping maybe the 2 days I had off of work, I would work on a few videos. Unfortunately, I haven't had a chance to do it today. Maybe tomorrow I'll have 1 or 2 videos shot. Highly doubtful because I can see it's already straining my voice just to do this video. So probably the next video will be the comic review. So I'll see you guys on the weekend. If I get 1 or 2 other videos shot, I'll see you before the weekend. And until then, guys, take care and have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching this. Take care, everyone.